Hey, this is Ben from the Bad Decisions crew. Need y'all to do me a big favor. Now, if y'all already hear my voice, that means you on the Kelly J TV. So what I need y'all to do is go down there, like, comment, subscribe, click that bell for notifications. So when she's live, you can get on there and be active in the comments. She will always see your comments. She will even put them on the show, and we'll talk about them. Let's hear your opinion.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Kelly J, and I'm straight from the D. Ain't nobody in my section going harder than me. Ain't no waiting for the top, cause I'm steady climbing the tree. Pleasant Grove to Oak Cliff, yeah, you know where we be. This is my show, and I got it under control. Podcast to interviews, yeah, we doing it all. Got the tea for whoever, ain't no Lipton involved. So when you got it poppin', girl, you know who to call. I'm the realest of the real, I'm just stating the facts. I got it out the mud, and I put the team on the back. Try to tell me I could never, so I did it and laughed. You know it's my turn, yeah. Kelly J on the map, y'all.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Kelly J. We are back with another episode of Brotha. Hey, brother.
What up?
Brother, how you doing?
Man, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Before we get started, like always, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And do what, bodyguard?
Smash that motherfucking bell.
You heard it here first. And if you would like to be a part of the show, or you would just like some brotherly advice, please email us at kellyjtv@gmail.com. Now, y'all, tonight we are talking about submissive. Who is more submissive, men or women? But before we get started, I got to make sure everybody know who's out here. Brother, you already know we don't never do this show without part of the Bad Decision group. We got Boss Man Ben and Big E, the bodyguard, is back in the building. So you know today's show is fixing to be some shit. For real.
Yeah.
Like,
We ain't got KT this time.
No, she is on her way. KT is
Okay.
coming. I won't be the only lady here. Thank God.
Yeah, I would say we don't want you outnumbered.
Right, but you know something? Am I really outnumbered?
Yeah.
I be with the shits. I think like a guy most of the time. So am I really?
Yeah,
Right.
but you still have the questions.
But you know something? One thing about the questions is it helps. I have the woman side of the question. You get what I'm saying? So I may feel a certain kind of way, and then once we get to talking, I'm like, all right, brother, I retract my statement today.
Yeah.
You was right, I was wrong. But y'all, make sure y'all are coming throughout the show, letting us know what do you feel, who you feel is more submissive, men or women. And we're even gonna take this. I'm gonna do a poll on social media.
Well, we know how that's gonna go. You know,
of course.
women gonna say women, men gonna say men, and we all gonna still be sitting here looking at each other the same.
Right. But I did look up the definition.
Yeah, I know you did. Let's hear it.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Before I read the definition, KT is in the building. What up, KT?
What up?
Hey,
There we go.
The gang is here. We
I'm
definitely
here.
miss KP. KP has been working her ass off. KP, we miss you. You'll be back with us soon. Till then, we holding it down. Me and KT holding it down for the ladies.
Yes.
It is
Don't try us.
Right. It's 3 against 2, but it is what it is.
Well, it ain't no verses, We ain't-
We not doing the versus battle. We not doing the
no, we
East
not.
Coast West Coast.
Yeah, we not
Okay,
verses.
okay. You know what that means, KJ?
Huh?
You know what that means? They don't want the smoke. It's
They don't
cool.
I
want
don't know. I mean, if you want it, we can take it there. I mean, I don't run from smoke. I inhale it.
bang.
No need. We all got love for each other. No
Casey,
need.
you wasn't here yet, but I do want to let you know, Big E, the bodyguard, is in the building today.
Big E, he back. He
He's
back.
back. He's back in the building. Hey, glad to have you. So, I'm going to go ahead and read the definition, all right? The definition of submissive is ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive. So then they go on and it says, what are some examples of submissive? The definition of submissive is willing to do what others want. An example of submissive is a servant who does every last thing his boss says to do. One who submits, it just repeats the same definition now. It then goes on to say what a submissive woman means. And a submissive wife is a woman. Well, they say a woman. I don't know who wrote this, so we may not really go with this because they didn't write this right. But I'm gonna say it correctly. So a submissive wife is a woman who, through the contract of marriage, agrees to submit to the will of her husband when their opinions differ. Then it proceeds like, y'all, listen, y'all already know. I come with the meaning. So what does it mean to submit to someone? To present or propose to another for review, consideration, or decision. Also, to deliver formally submitted, my resignation. This is like if you're going for a job, okay? Then it says, somebody actually asked this question. How do I submit to my boyfriend? It is 7 steps, is what I found. 7 simple steps, ladies, if you really want to know. Number 1, let him take the lead, okay? It's even in the Bible that the man is supposed to lead. So let him take the lead is number 1. Number 2, ask him for his opinion. Number 3, think of his needs. Ooh, now that hit a couple of women, because some women can't do that. So I'm gonna read that one again. Number 3 was think of his needs. Number 4 was try not to criticize him or speak negatively to him. And I know on a few shows back, we've had the men actually share how women will do that. So you want to talk about submitting. Number 4 say try not to criticize him or speak negative to him. Number 5, be intimate frequently. Girl, that means you better be sucking and slobbing all on that knob. All right? Just slob on the knob. Like corn on the cob, all right? And if you can't do that, then guess what? If you can't fuck them, just be like, that's all I'm saying.
Oh my.
It's a song. For those who know, it is a song. No, right, it is right for some people. Now, number 6 says, talk to him about the changes in your marriage. So someone asked about the boyfriend, but they translated it to husband, okay? So number 6 is talk to him about the changes in your marriage. And number 7, don't accept abusive behavior. So although, ladies, they teach us how to respect the man and treat him and uphold him as the king he is, it also lets us know, don't be dumb and allow this man to beat on you, kick your ass, have you with a black eye, or you having to run for your life, or better yet, dead.
Yeah, that's fear.
Right. That's fair at that point. There is a level to submission.
Nah, that's fear. That's it. That ain't even in the same category.
Right. Once you get to that level, nah, you ain't that submissive no more. You gotta well that's death. With an F. Deaf. Deaf. And I mean, like, listen, I can find more and more. Now, the funny thing was, I ended up finding something that says, what is the difference between submission and love?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Anybody want to answer?
Oh, you was asking a question. I thought you was
I
speaking
was
on.
stopping at that. I wasn't even going to answer. I was going to let y'all answer. What is the difference between submission and love? Before I read what they say, I want y'all take. What is the definition? I mean, what's the difference between submission and love? And I'm gonna give y'all a second to think on it. We got somebody in the comments. This is Reverend Chapman. Hello, Pastor Chapman. Thank you for tuning in. He must have a mission for her to submit to. Submit means get under a mission, sis. All right, Pastor, come through. Now, Pastor, I do want to let you know, I used to, when I worked with you, I produced your show and I was all, real nice. But on this, it's everything goes. So there is cussing and more and more. So with all due respect, no judgment. Don't judge. But yes, what's the difference between submission and love? Big E? You gonna start us off?
I started.
Oh shit!
All right, so the difference is.
Come up, Tom. You be talking low. Folks gotta hear you.
So the difference is the same thing. That's the same line between love and insanity. There really isn't. There really ain't no difference. The difference, if you can define one, comes in the moment where you no longer love. Everything you do while you love somebody, or what you'll do while you love them, and then what you do for them when you're in love with them, even that's two different things.
Biggie coming back, Biggie back.
I'm just saying, it's the things that you do beforehand of falling in love still makes you submissive in a way. But after you get that, how much do you still submit then? So what part of love had to do with it when it started, when you was just trying to get there in the first place? Now that you got it, most shit normally tapers off. I think it was somewhere near 70-something% of that shit happens most of the time. I mean, I'm just saying, there ain't no difference.
Brother?
Hey, I'm in all in agreement. But when the whole conversation came about, I told you I believe men more submissive than women from the get go because we trying to get you.
Yeah.
And then over time, you like work a woman into being submissive for you, but I don't know if you ever just really get it like that.
Oh, I think y'all do.
I agree to that to a certain extent. The last part. Reason being, you got to be let in somehow.
Okay.
I mean, the whole lock and key and chamber thing is a real thing. It might take you forever to get in, but once you in, you in. Once you out there, motherfucker, you out there, motherfucker too. So don't.
Yep.
It's like I said, to a certain extent, they have to, because they have to submit to themselves for one to allow that to be open. I mean, we are already going against everything that would normally be in our nature with the whole sweet talking. Niggas be out buying flowers and perfume and shit. Niggas ain't got no fucking clue what they doing. Sometimes you got that shit, you know what you're doing, but most of the time, niggas just be randomly doing shit just because nigga want that time and that's what you're working on. But like I said, once that time has served its purpose, if you've gotten the answer you want, that answer had to come from both sides too. You was trying to get it, and she had to agree to it. So it wasn't, everything you was planning to do that the whole time. Like I was saying, everything we be doing, when she started getting, touchy-feely, clingy, and all of that, that's like that too. Because how many of them do you know start off that way? Like, you gotta You gotta work to be clean.
The man gotta work.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, unless you 6'1", you know, 300-something pounds and a teddy bear, you know, that's different.
and a teddy bear.
And a teddy bear, man. You know, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean when I have to, but teddy bear.
Boss man being.
Yep.
What's the difference between submission and love?
See, anytime I think of submission, y'all ever seen them Maury shows with the guys on there just being like, you know, kiss the ground I walk on. Do this, do that. I feel like it's kind of humiliating, you know. So
I think that's erotica. No, I'm just playing.
So every time I hear about submissive, I always think about that because that's what I've always seen. So I think that it's kind of humiliating a little bit because, you know, you're bowing to this person's every will. Pretty much whatever they ask you to do, you basically have to do it. And some people just do it just to see how far you'll go.
Right.
But I think men could be more submissive than women for the simple fact that guys go out of their way to try to get a girl, and half the time he doesn't even get the girl.
Right, but that's before we see the pretty makeup.
That's before everything.
That's before you get dolled up and really,
you know.
You get really
I would say my voting is don't even count. So
I don't count.
it don't.
Why it don't?
Why? What? Yeah, why?
Because when I look at it from my own personal life.
Right.
And not necessarily have I submitted, nor has a guy submitted to me. However, in order for me to even think about submitting, I have to feel like he can lead. And if I don't, then I'm the one that does. Like literally, he does end up following my lead. So the guy ends up following my lead rather than me follow his.
That's
not
huge.
the same now. Now I got somebody who I follow, but in my past life, they followed me.
That happens naturally, though. That's something that happens naturally. If you're in a situation, you're in a relationship where the man that you're with is the leader, he's the person, you know what I'm saying, who sets the standard, you know, he's somebody you can rely on, you're going to subconsciously follow his lead. If you trust him, if you love him, you know what I'm saying, you're going to naturally do that. And if you see that part is lacking, especially if you are a independent woman, if you've been an independent woman, you're an entrepreneur, you're used to taking on all tasks by yourself. You're gonna naturally jump into that role. That's not even something you gotta think about. That's something that naturally happens.
Yeah. Real quick, we have Pastor Cheatham saying submit is the process to love versus love is intimacy. Look into me and see me. Okay.
That sounds like a whole poem.
Right. But I loved it. It's
I do too.
It's some real shit. Hold on, I'm trying to find. It was a young lady on my Facebook post. I mean, not on mine. It was a young lady on Facebook. Shout out to her. Her name's Quinn Gardner. She had made a post. And I'm going to ask you guys about it. Because this right along the lines of submissive. I guess we can say it like that. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually like looking at her page because she really do have really good topics. But the question she asked was, and before I read the question, is not to bash any men or women. It's just the question that she asked. So the question that was asked was, why do a lot of men want you to fall in love with what they have the potential to be? Now, I will give y'all some examples that she actually gave on her post. and we can go from there. So one of the examples she gave was a guy wants to enter into a relationship with you, and you tell him you aren't comfortable with that because he's unemployed. You value stability and have worked hard to get a stable place in your life. You simply aren't comfortable with starting a new relationship on that note. The man states that you should still enter into a relationship because he's been applying to jobs and he's going to start getting interviews, and then he'll be able to get on his feet, etc. So he wants you to enter into the relationship based on his potential and not what you see in front of him. So I guess what you would see in front of him is an unemployed man rather than him actually applying for jobs and getting them. So that was one example. So based off of the first one, what is y'all take from the question to this as the example?
You enter that relationship once your potential has come to fruition. That's a difficult one because a lot of women can see the potential in the man that they're with or the man that they love. But the problem with that is, while you're going after your potential, there's a possibility that there could be a loss of respect. There's a possibility. I mean, there's so many different possibilities of where that could go.
So, we talked about it, and what you just saying bring me to my point. So, do it change the fact that a man is a man because he loses his job?
No, I don't feel like it changes that part. You know what I'm saying? Like if you somebody navigate through the whole situation, that's what love is about. That's what respect is about. That's what a relationship is about. It's being that support to that other person. What I'm hearing is somebody getting with somebody else, getting into a relationship just based on what they feel is the possibility. And there could be, at some relationships, it kind of works out being good, but there could be, times where it don't work out that way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because when me and Minnie talked about it, I said, like, to me, what it sounds like in that situation is like it's a loss of respect because how you looked at that man from the beginning. You never seen him. You seen what he did. Say he a doctor or he play football or something like that, and then he have a season-ending injury. Well, now you're not gonna look at that man the same because he can't do what he did when you first seen his potential.
Well, that makes it a little different because if he was actually doing all those things when you entered a relationship, you already know what his capabilities are. You know what I'm saying? You've already seen that. That's already been a demonstration in your relationship with him. And it's different when you enter a relationship with somebody where you have not seen that. So you basically just going off of what they're saying. You're not going off of what you've seen. So if I've been grinding and I happen to lose my job and now things are not going great, then my expectation is going to be for that person who loves me to support me, to help me to get back on my feet, and vice versa. Vice
Right.
versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that those are two different situations. Did you enter the situation where he was grinding, he was working, he was doing?
Yeah,
Those are
there's
two
different scenarios to the question of.
Those are two different scenarios.
Yeah. So here's my thing. So say for instance that a guy, he had a job or whatever. He lost his job, but the woman don't know that necessarily. All she knows is that he doesn't have a job at this point. Now that's like, is that a big deal for her? Yeah, because you don't have a job, I can't really fool with you like that. But then these women will turn around and they done already seen him at his lowest with no job, doing all this, and all of a sudden he's doing better for himself, and then all of a sudden she wants to try to talk to him. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. So at that point, does the guy still choose to talk to that woman when she turned him down because of the simple fact he didn't have a job and now that he's doing
No,
better for himself?
no, he shouldn't. He absolutely shouldn't at
Why not?
all. If he was doing it and he lost his job and she only want to tap in when he's up, like that's some clown shit.
But isn't
But,
it a problem no matter
But
what,
that's
whether he don't have it or have it?
but you supposed to like me at my lowest or love me at my lowest too. So
right, and that's what I said.
like,
That's pretty much what's
so,
gonna happen, or
so
that's the situation she's saying.
because we can be together and I can lose my job and I can do this and do that. You know, money's not coming in like it used to be. Are you still gonna love me any less just because like when I got with you, I had a job, I was making pretty good money, and all of a sudden I got laid off, lost my job for whatever reason? Are you gonna leave? Like, are you gonna love me any less?
No,
So,
baby, I love you more.
but see, that's how I look at it. And like, if I was in that situation, you know, I tried to talk to this lady, and she's like, "Oh, you know, I'm being upfront and honest. Look, I don't have a job right now. I've been laid off. I've been looking this, that, and the third." And all she heard from that conversation was, "You don't have a job,
That's
but
it.
she can't fuck with you then for the simple fact that you don't have a job." Okay, so like, damn, that's kind of cold. But you know, y'all keep in contact, y'all keep in touch or whatever, and all of a sudden you on your feet. You got a nice paying job, making pretty good money. Now all of a sudden you want to try to slide in. I feel like you didn't want me at my worst.
Yeah, no,
You didn't see the potential then.
slide to the side. Don't try to slide in. I need you to slide to the side at that point.
Right.
If you see me at my best and I happen to, you know what I'm saying, like fall short, that's not at the point when you love somebody. At that point, you don't leave them. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait for them to quote unquote be up for you to jump back in. Then what does that look like? Honestly, when you're looking at that situation, what does that look like?
But that's the scenario.
It's more like a gold digger
Really
type
want to
of
be
thing.
around when I'm doing great. That's what that looks like.
But that's the scenario I heard because she telling him, "Hey, I'm not comfortable entering a relationship and you unemployed. Like it ain't no love there yet, you know. Anyway, so she don't know what he capable of, and he being honest.
I will respect the fact that he's being honest.
Okay, so let's take this back a couple shows, a few shows, right? The whole straightforward thing, right?
Right? He was straightforward, and she.
If you straightforward about it, like we had already said, well, at least amongst us fellas, being straightforward sometimes is a whole intimidation factor. Because he was so honest about it, and then you know most niggas they don't have enough, I guess you could say, confidence and self-esteem to approach a female without a job. Now, granted, whatever nigga battling or going through then is always gonna be what a nigga battling or going through. Them demons are gonna be them demons, but that's day to day for us. However, in the act of being straightforward, when you talking to a chick and you telling her what happened or what's going on, if it doesn't matter in the process of being straightforward, it ain't gonna matter when you up, nigga. All you gonna be is another digit. The digit's either gonna be big or the digit's gonna be small, but you just gonna be another digit with a dollar sign on it. Because if that same person is willing to wait, not even willing to wait, if they just keeping an open eye, so to speak, to see if you do get up like that and you do it, and all of a sudden it's all systems go. Hell no. You can find yourself where you left yourself at first. I'm good. I don't need this. Put your hand back out. Whatever you got to do with it. You said what's up. When you don't get that response, or even if you ain't even left on red, if you get left on unopened, it was for a reason.
Oh. Left on red. That's the most disrespectful ass shit a man could do. But before I say that, I just got to do this real quick. I had to find this sound because I felt like this is what Evan just did. He dropped the mic on us.
Hey guys, just want to I dropped the mic. Oh shit!
He dropped the mic on us. We're gonna. I had to find somebody on YouTube with that sound. One day I'm gonna have a soundboard, so we ain't got to worry about that no more. But Mimi, oh yeah, our favorite comment is in the building. Hey, Mimi. Mimi says a man should be focused on a job, not a relationship, because if a man don't work, he don't eat. Hashtag period.
These are the facts.
I,
But at the same time, man, women, I know this word. Why shouldn't we be together? It's supposed to be good.
well, in this case, he's thinking of getting into a relationship. Right.
But if job is good, everything is all set, approaching the chick for the relationship, get into a relationship, why does he have to have a need to worry after getting into the relationship?
He shouldn't.
Everything is good, but why do I do it?
But if I'm saying he shouldn't.
He shouldn't, but why?
Because most women feel as though a man should take care of it.
But if that's what's happening, why do we still have to worry about what's going on at home? Even so far as to get the thing of, I know you seeing somebody here at work. Yeah, really? Really with all these niggas up there?
I'm at work. I hate females like that. Never mind. And we jump back into the comments.
Why you think so many people answer the phone while they're on their job now?
We get back into these comments. Listen, Pastor Chapman said, good question. Love is willing to wait. He must love is given and not selfish. Both talk about their strengths, weakness, excess threats, put a strategy to come up together. SWAT is what he calls it.
Yeah, but most people just need focus on that one thing and that one thing only.
Yeah.
That is you not having a job.
That's assuming you made it past the introduction.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna play, brother. I had sent that to you on TikTok with that girl, right? With Jeremy Holloway.
Yeah. No, I think
Was that TikTok or Facebook?
look, I don't even know.
I'm fixing to see. I'm gonna play a clip. It ain't gonna be a clip on here, but I'm gonna let y'all hear it. And the guys that's here, they can see it. But it was a young lady. She nope, it wasn't on TikTok. We talk about something else on TikTok. Never mind. Hold on, let me find it because I thought this was really, really good. I realized Brother and I talk too much on Facebook too. Jesus, we talk a lot, brother.
We talk a lot.
Right. Facebook, phone. Like we don't have each other. Don't be talking on Facebook. All right. Here's the clip. Listen in, y'all.
To a guy that claims to be interested in dating you, and you say something like, "Oh, I'm going to get my nails done or my hair. I'm going to the mall," and he does not offer to send you money to contribute to that, you need to block him, and you need to block him.
He blocked her. So the girl, I don't know if y'all heard it, but I'll say it for y'all. So pretty much the lady was saying, if you're on the phone with your man and you're telling him things that you're, you may need. Oh, I'm just gonna get my nails done, my hair. Oh, I need to get my nails done, my hair done, or I need to do this, I need to do that, and he doesn't offer to send you money, or he doesn't send you money, you need to block him. My words to her is bullshit.
Are you gonna play what his response was?
Oh,
some of it,
yeah.
like a little bit.
Yeah, I am. Hold on. Be clap.
Brilliant, magical. Oh, get out of there. Get out. Listen, y'all know, ladies. I need y'all to understand this. Fellas, I have to say this. Fellas, I have to say it. I know y'all gonna try to pull my man card because women not supposed to know this. Ladies, a lot of guys know when y'all are trying to run this game on us. We know it. We see it from a mile away. And how do we know it? Because a lot of you have the exact same game. Let me explain. When ladies walk around and say, all they do say and do the exact same thing, all y'all the same. Ladies, y'all have the same exact game. I gotta say it, y'all. The women, y'all game is so the same. It is easy for me to get women. They think they run their game like I don't see the playbook. Like I don't know. It's the exact same thing, step by step by step. I just got tired of playing. It became too easy. There was no challenge no more. Because it's the same. Example, a woman would say something, try to get me to say something. Just try to see what my mind is. I say, hey, what you got going on? Well, I had to get out the shower. My back was kind of stiff. Trying to see how I'm going to respond to that. Knowing damn well she been out the shower. And probably ain't even seen the shower yet. But she's going to say she got out the shower. Back hurting or something sore to see how I'm gonna respond. Am I gonna be like, oh, why you should have waited for me? Or I could get in the shower with you. Well, I can give you a massage. She's trying to see how I'm gonna respond. I'm like, I say something like, oh man, I hope the shower did something for your back. I got back problems too, but sometimes what I do, I gotta stretch you. I try to take a little aspirin or some Tylenol, for my pain.
So I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him at all.
No, I don't. I mean, it's all fishing.
It is. Like, I'm just going back. When I want my back rubbed, don't I just say, baby, rub my back? I just ask, can you rub my back? I ain't fixing to be. Everybody around me already know my back be hurting. So if I ask you to rub my back, just know it's because my back is really hurting and I want you to rub it.
Let's just say that she was on the other foot, dude was like, yeah, man, I need to go get faded up. Blah, 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 blah. And she doesn't offer.
Yeah.
She gets blocked. she gets left on red. That's a whole ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you must be talking to that bitch.
Right.
You must be doing this. You must be doing that. So if you can't reciprocate the same thing for me, then why should I do that for you?
And I think that's what more women need to do. Yeah. It can't just be on men. Like, y'all don't understand how sick and maybe I'm sick and tired of it because I've never been wined down by a man. Let me put it like that. Prior to my current relationship, I have never been wined down by a man. I was the one whining and dining. I was the one, you need your haircut, here's $10, $15, $20. Go get your haircut. You want this here, go do this. I was pretty much like the nigga in the relationship. So it pisses me off when I hear women sit here, because I was still going to go get my nails done, my hair done, my clothes, my shit was laid, period, no matter whether a nigga gave it to me or not. So for me, I think it's disgusting when I hear women look for a man to give them 40, 50, 60, whatever it is, towards some shit that they want to do for themselves.
But I think you do got to play part of the ending too, because when he's saying, a man don't care about spoiling their female, who they with, but it's when you expect me to do this, or when you constantly, when you gonna block me because I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do nothing no more.
Yeah,
right. It's like this right here.
It's the expectation.
I mean, at the end of the day, it should never be forced. You know what I'm saying? You're in a relationship, that person appreciates what you bring to the table, how you support them, then you automatically want to do things to show them your appreciation and your love. Like, that shit, I feel like those type of things should never be like a conversation. Like, that's crazy to me.
But it's like this right here. Back to a previous episode.
That's like automatic.
Back to a previous episode. Shout out to KT. That she did say that shit is all bullshit. Upkeep is on your own, bitch.
Right. Right.
I ain't say all of that, but yeah, I said that.
I mean, but it's the fact, like that's just
like that shit that you do anyway, for the simple fact that in a relationship, as we had already said, that shit is going to come because that's what is going to happen in your relationship. But if you just expecting a nigga wild out to just
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even that type of relationship, then you know what I'm saying? You're reaching.
And my thing is this: before you got in a relationship, I want to know from the ladies that actually get the man that sends them the money, right? Before you got into the relationship with the guy, who was paying for your stuff? And then my next question is, because if they say, oh, it was another guy paying for it. Okay, so all you did was jump dicks. You didn't take time to heal. So now we're getting into something deeper, because now you looking at females that's jumping from man to man and hurting these men, not realizing the hurt that they can do to these men from doing that just because of the fact he didn't want to give you fucking funky $40 or $60 or $75 to go get your nails done, or as that dumbass helper that we did the post on she wanted more than 100 for all the stuff she wanted done. She better go to Jenny's beauty supply store and get them $5 lashes.
We'll see what Jenny can
Not for $5 lashes.
Hey, listen, they pre-glued, baby. She ain't even got to worry.
Look here. It ain't no healing process for that. Ain't nobody in love no more doing that shit. What do you mean? Look. As we have all said before, that's the whole case of what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, when you get the money like that up front, let's just say a nigga is out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
You get the money up front like that, niggas just offer you everything off the rip. Well,
I wouldn't even feel comfortable.
But what happened when nigga fall on hard times and that money ain't sitting there like that?
Right, you got to still be there. But you got women who won't.
You gonna go to that very next nigga and ask for the same little $40 that nigga could give you.
Because the value of the nana has been diminished. And we didn't do it. They did it themselves.
Plymouth Rock didn't land on the men. Plymouth Rock landed on the women.
They smushed their fucking brain. I don't get it.
Oh, Lord.
Like I said, you used to be able to get a house off that thing.
Hey.
Now you getting your hair done.
Hey.
You want to aim? That ain't number $25.
All right.
You heard me? You need guards too?
All right.
All right, I'll buy you a burr on the side.
If that'll make it. Pastor Lennon said, y'all are so crazy. I like this. Well, thank you for coming through. We greatly appreciate you. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. So don't let this be your last time coming. The one thing about this platform is I wanted to give the ladies an opportunity to hear men's point of view without judgment, without saying, oh, he full of ish and all of that. No, these are men who are telling the truth on some ish. A lot of women done said I was crazy. I'm pretty sure after they hear this show, they understand why they say I'm crazy. I got a man's mentality. I really don't. Some of the stuff that we talk on, I wholeheartedly be agreeing with the guys on it.
But yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just really depends on, you know what I'm saying, your history and how you grew up, who you grew around, you know. And I'm one of those women too. I don't have many female friends. Period. Point blank. Most women are full of drama. At least with the dudes, if there is an issue, like they over that shit so quick before you blink your eyes. Like they not dragging a story on for 2 weeks. I ain't got time for that. I got other stuff to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a different type of relationship. So I understand what you're saying, KJ. Like having that different mentality.
Yeah.
Where everything is not just based on your emotions.
We got a question. Yes.
Y'all ever just be like, I ain't got time to hear that shit. You were talking about this yesterday.
Wait.
I mean, I'm just wondering, like, have you ever just told one of your friends, like, look, I hear you, but we had solved this shit yesterday. Let that shit go.
I've actually told to somebody.
Okay.
I've actually told somebody let that shit go, like.
Are y'all still friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why you sound so
Let me be blunt about it. I've done it twice, and the other person, we're not friends no more. So it comes to a point where you gotta be able to say, you know, this is a lot of bullshit, and I'm gonna call you out on it, and I'm gonna say, well, you know, like it is what it is. You gonna like it or you don't. And I'm not gonna consist like the friend who don't talk to me no more. Don't talk to me because I ended up catching her in her own lie. About shit, her bitch was talking about me. So it was like, for me, you good. You got it. Like I'm not gonna consistently go back and forth over a situation with you. When if I've already talked to you on a situation, you don't fix it, address it, change it. I don't want to keep having the same conversation.
Well, see, even if there's no standard beef thing between y'all, it's just that something else that they going through. It's obvious.
Yeah, like before it was her talking about me, it was something else. She she was going through. And when she was talking to me, I'm like, yo, this sounds stupid as hell. Like, you stressing over this, like, it's stupid. And then, like, after a while of her consistently telling me, I had Jada, be real. Jada came out and was like, look, don't tell me no more about this dumb ass shit because telling me this ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. If I ever see anybody, you know, you talking about, I'm not gonna be able to be like, hey, you know, like how you are, like you okay to fake it in front of them. That's not me. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh hey.
So I'm trying to tell you, because truly, like, all this shit I done been through, because bro, fuck that shit, bro.
Hey.
Good. They're like, yeah, my dark situation.
Hey. Like, okay, I don't know. Fucking, I don't care. I don't give a fuck she ever heard the show or not. Prime example. God rest his soul. Her father had ended up passing away. Prior to him passing, she had talked so much shit about him to me. So the day he ended up in the hospital, she called me hysterical. I'm talking, and I'm worried because I'm thinking it's her mom. I'm not knowing it's her dad. So then all of a sudden, all this whole change came. Oh, my dad is my dad. And for me, it was like, did you just say he was the most scummest nigga on the like, I can't be up here sad as shit for you.
Keep that same energy
Like,
you had before you got to the hospital.
You know how hard it was to be at the hospital, trying to seem like a concerned friend, but knowing in the back of my head, yo, she just said all this shit about this man, and that's he about to die.
Yeah, but you know that's what make that's in that kind of situation. That's what make it even harder is because she know what she said. She know how she felt, or she know what whatever.
It was that
She
guilt.
didn't. Yeah, she felt the guilt.
As long as he was alive, she didn't feel that way though. He just whatever.
Cause baby, let me tell you, I couldn't fake it. Like we ended up stop talking during that time because I couldn't fake it. Like I couldn't, and I don't know how to fake it. You know what I'm saying? Like she'd be up there crying, she get in the car crying, talking about she don't know what to do, and I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you was just saying fuck you.
Yeah, cause she don't know what to do though. Cause she.
So in my
wasn't
head, I'm
able
just
to-
like.
I'm that one I be sitting there like in the hospital, be like, what you saying? What you saying?
Right, like y'all have not. I had to ask God for like just right on my tongue, all it because it was so many times when she would want to talk about him, and I'd be like, I turn the music up.
I'll turn the music up.
Child, listen, I am that person where if I don't have nothing nice to say, I'm trying to change the subject, all of it, because in that moment, I didn't have nothing nice to say. What am I like? Even when she told me it was her daddy in the hospital, what was I said, oh, I'm sorry. What was I supposed to follow up with that?
But then I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The problem is when you got a home. You got a home girl.
Hey, you say what?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
I was saying the problem is when you got a homegirl who's behaving like what you're explaining right now, your obligation as a friend, if you're is to be honest with that person. But there comes a time where you realize when you're dealing with people who don't want to change.
Yeah.
And they are who they are, full of drama, full of bullshit, manipulation, the whole nine, like all of that. And at that point, you got to make the decision, like, is this something I can rock with? For me personally, my DNA says I cannot.
Ooh,
My DNA will not allow me to fool with stuff like that. So at that point, subconsciously, without even thinking about it, subconsciously, I start to move. I don't have time for that. I really don't.
Got your shirt. And then it's gonna say silent. Hey!
Solid. If you're not solid, I'm cool.
We got your shirt now, KC. My DNA.
I'm gonna do a whole photo shoot. You send it.
My DNA.
My DNA says I can't fool with that. Like that's a bunch of like, yeah, no, I can't do it. Like if you like having a friendship, it should be like you being able to be honest with your friends. So whatever's going on, you should be able to say. And if that person knows that you really got their best interest at heart, then you should be open enough to understand what they're saying. It's been certain times where my good friends have come to me and said certain things to me, but because I know our history, even though it was like, damn, like you said that, like, oh shit, like, but I literally had to sit down and think to myself, like, yo, you got my back, so I can understand where you're coming from, and maybe I need to look at my situation a little different.
Yeah.
But that also comes with maturity, and a lot of you can't always say women. Sometimes you're dealing with girls, even if they're 40 years old. It doesn't mean because you're 40 years old you're a woman. You might have a whole girl mentality and not a woman mentality because you handling shit like you a kid.
Say it there.
So now think about, look, we on the opposite end of that. We the one that got to deal with that. So I can't. If I start talking to,
Say it again, KT.
Oh no, I was agreeing with him. I said, nah, yo, I feel bad for y'all.
Hey,
For real.
We're gonna have to start hosting seminars or something.
right?
Yeah.
Put a brother seminar together.
Oh, yeah,
Teaching you, like y'all saw the pastor who charging people $1,400 to teach them how to pray, right?
15.
$1,600
Hey,
to teach you how to pray.
Hey man, that's like that infomercial I seen for that holy water in the packet that was $5.
Man, listen. Wait a minute.
Wait. A pastor is charging $1,500 to you how to pray.
They'll send you a free water, holy water, right? But I was a little skeptical doing it because I was also scared, some of my thoughts. Well, I called him. He told me I never got my holy water, but I started getting like all these calls at the end. Mm-hmm. And I had to change my number at that point.
Selling your holy water, they will hit you with that.
$1,600 to teach me how to pray. If you don't knock it all the way off, I'm done.
Yes,
I'm so done.
$1,600 to teach how to pray, baby. Listen, this is how I know people will pay for what they want. It's $1,600. She gonna teach you how to speak in tongues, how to get close. I feel like if I pay $1,600, I better have to speak right next to Jesus when I die. That be easy. Like I need to be sitting next to him. It needs to be Jesus, God, Jesus, Lord, Joseph, Mary, the 3 wise men, the 12 disciples. But in that mix of all of them, I need to be sitting somewhere.
You need to see the water turn into wine.
I need to take the elevator for $1,600 because I don't know how to pray, baby. I better have the golden ticket to go. Oh, y'all gotta wait. All right. I paid $1,600 to pray.
Then when you get to the top, don't dig it go.
That's bad.
Be like, here's my ticket. I paid $1,600 to learn how to pray today, Lord.
Teaching somebody how to pray. Why talk to you? That's what we do.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like, ain't it just a simple of talking? Because if that's the case, then I need to be selling her lessons half the price, and I can teach her how to talk to God. You just talk to them how you talk to your friends. Me and Jesus be having a good conversation. It depends on what I'm talking about. He know my heart.
Them classes like that ain't selling what they telling you they selling.
And they prepping you for whole nother class.
That's it. It's just a way to get you in there. If you spend $1,600 on that, we can get you to spend $10 on something else.
Hey.
You asked them doing the double work before $1,600.
$1,600. But you know something? We gotta do this for old time's sake because our boy is back. And because he is back with us. Evan, can we get for the old time's sake for the good people about submissive? Who's more submissive, men or women? Break it down to us with this good old Evans. Hey.
We are. No, that's just funny.
The end.
Right. In the show, brother. That's it. That's all.
But okay, naturally,
Yeah.
That's a given. I mean, look at any situation how it starts, that's a given. How it ends, that's a whole other thing. But to be submissive, it don't mean to be weak. For any guys listening, it's not a thing of being weak. There's no doing what somebody asks. It's not a thing of any sign of being weak. It's a sign that you can do that but still maintain yours. I mean, even through being submissive, you can still lead. If you're gonna teach something, you got to know how to do it yourself. And to show somebody that, well, that's what we be doing from the jump. So, I mean, everything that you put into it, the holding hands, foot massage, back rubs, the stuff that happened without asking. And then when it's asked, it's even more so of that. That's still being submissive. I'm hungry. What you want to eat, it don't matter. Whether you go get something or whether you go cook something, still being submissive. It ain't nothing wrong with doing that. But the thing of it is the upkeep of being submissive. Once you do so, once you done taught that lesson, it's not a form or a sign to stop. Everything becomes circumstantial and situational at that. And being submissive takes on a whole other form. That form is decided between you and yours. But everything that happens at the beginning, that submissive foundation, determines if it's cracks in the foundation or not. Build your shit how you're supposed to. And that's a wrap.
Right. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
KT, what were you saying?
I was about to say, oh my God, we so miss Evan and Big E dropping gems and jewels. Welcome back. Like I told you, I'm about to start charging for this advice. You know what I'm saying? Consultation services coming soon. But welcome back, my guy.
$1 billion for the game for $3.99. Where did you find it? Nowhere. But you
make sure they hit that like button,
right,
that subscribe button, so you can get more of it.
I was just about to say, but you get it for free every week, every Thursday, right here. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, right into it. Let us know something. We're gonna start doing some polls and stuff on social media, so make sure y'all are following us on social media. So that way y'all can tap in with us.
Stop being scared to send the email.
Yeah, don't be scared to send that email. We ain't gonna bite. We don't bite. And before we go, I do want to let y'all know Bad Decision Crew officially has a Facebook page and an Instagram. So make sure y'all go and follow those pages. Y'all stay tuned because we are actually putting together our first ever outing. And the thing about the Bad Decision Crew is right. So
waiting for board.
You'll never know when it's gonna be because we don't never know. We realize, oh, we got a free day and we're gonna go do something. So y'all make sure y'all are subscribing. Make sure y'all notifications on our pages are on so that when we do post, y'all can know where to come out to and come and jam out and party with us or whatever we're doing, eat with us. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all go like. Well, without further ado, brother. Oh wait, I gotta do the new brother. Wait a minute. Brother.
That girl loves to sing.
Oh my God, I love you.
Love you too. We gotta take you to a karaoke night.
Please do. That's all I've been wanting to do is go to karaoke.
Wait till you gotta take this trip.
Well, yeah, when we have our trips, we do sing a lot. But
Oh, okay. The H-Town. Well, H-Town, I'll be there.
hey, hey, hey,
Part of the karaoke hour.
hey, I heard it's a karaoke out here in Irving on Wednesday. Just one time, I got to get my singing out. I think that's what's wrong. I'm not singing a lot, so it's all built up in me. So when I get a chance, I just hit a tune or two.
I start calling you in the morning for the Kiki Wild.
You need to. I do it for you. I sing it for you. When your bodyguard likes the way you sing a song.
Trying to get studio time.
Right, that's how he be trying to get studio time. Well, brother, love ya. And until next time, y'all, we out.
We out.